Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm bringing you a deck guide on Gwen Sejuani, which is like, it's a pretty good overwhelm list. Overwhelm Gwen list with Atro. And firstly, before we start, I just want to say if you want coaching from a Masters player, I'm at like 95 LP right now, but I'm not like super climbing. But I'm Masters like every season. So if you're interested, it's $15 an hour. And if it's your first time, you get the first hour free. And my Discord and Twitter are in the description below, so please DM me on one of those if you are interested. Secondly, if you want to support the content, just like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch in the description below. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all those who do that. And let's get into the guide. So, pretty much the win cons of this deck are like level sedge, but you're kind of smacking the Nexus really hard and really fast with like a lot of units. Pretty much your overwhelm units. For those who don't know, um, overwhelm is you deal extra, like basically you deal piercing damage through the blocker, right? And this is really good with hollowed because it increases the attack of the leftmost unit. So attack order does matter here. It's very important. So keep that in mind. Anyways, yeah, let's get into the way we've been. So we have triple host. This is hollowed. It's just a 1 mana hollowed unit. It's really good, especially on turn 1, because turn 1 you want to try attack and get the trigger to level Sejuani. For those who don't know, you level Sejuani by damaging the enemy nexus in 5 different rounds. And it's very important. Like this is a really good level up because each round, the first time you damage the enemy nexus, you frostbite all enemies. Frostbiting is setting their part to 0. So you pretty much like it's pretty much a win con, right? Usually you don't need leveled Sejuani, but you play for it because it's a potential win con inside the game. We have Three Sisters as a nice combat trick. This is like pretty flexible. Entomb's really good because what you can do with your overwhelm units is you entomb the blocker of the overwhelm unit. So pretty much that blocker does nothing and you just push extra damage. Fury is also nice to push like the extra damage or have your unit survive. Flash freeze is nice because it's just a combat trick. So this is extremely flexible card. Run has the 2 of. Inner Beast, you get stance swaps. Extremely powerful Overwhelm Gwen. I'm telling you, Overwhelm Gwen will win you so many games in this. Like it wins you so many games. Like it's amazing. Secondly, Ram stats really good. It's just really good at clearing one healthy board pretty much, like against pirates. Board stats, I don't use it that much, but it's decent if you need to like save your unit. But yeah, you normally go for overwhelm or ram stats. So we run this as a 2 of. Butler, hollowed unit. It's a fearsome. This is really good. Like if your opponent doesn't have pings, so pings are like damage spells that do one, like spells that do 1 damage pretty much. And they don't have a fearsome blocker, you put this to the left instead of your overwhelm unit because you want it to get the hollow buffs because it will guaranteed like hit for all the damage. So yeah, and you trigger hollowed a lot in this list. Like you'll see why. Like it's not only Butler and Post, like a lot of Gwen decks, you run like this card. So yeah, we'll get into that later though. Ruthless Raider, just really good 2 mana 3/1, pretty much 3 of, or at least a 2 of in every overwhelm list. So overwhelm failure list. So yeah, he's here. Really good unit. 3/1 tough. Nothing much to say. Troll Chant, really good combat trick. One of the best failure cards right now, or like failure combat tricks. So it's a 2 of. House Speaker. This card. You want to play it on your opponent's turn, right? So like when you don't have the attack token, you want to play this. So you trigger this. You damage the enemy in Nexus in 5 different rounds. You trigger Sedge's level up. You progress it, and yeah, you want to always play it. So if you have the attack token on odds, it's really good because you can play this on turn 2 on curve. If not, then you don't really keep it in the mulligan usually, but you can. Horror, this is good because it can also ping the Nexus. You don't want to always use this to ping the Nexus on the opponent's turn, but you can, especially if you have Sejuani in hand, and as she's like one of your main win cons that game, then it's an option. But yeah, this is just a nice card that we run instead of Wild Feast. It's like a replacement to Wild Feast because it has the option to ping the Nexus, and it also generates a Nightfall card in hand when you use the Nightfall effect. But honestly, that's not really super important in my opinion. Conductor. This is just a nice hollowed unit that generates this. So it's a nice 3 mana 4/2 because we don't really have 3 mana cards here. And it triggers hollowed like quite a bit. And the stats are pretty decent, so yeah, I would recommend just running one of these. Shake up the band. This generates 2 1 mana 2/1 holloweds. So it's just really good, especially in the early game, because if you like use this on turn 2, which I've done a couple times at attack, usually they don't block. So you deal 4 damage, and then every one of your attacks is pretty much doing 2 extra damage for the rest of the game. That's pretty broken. So yeah, really good 3 of card. I've seen like lists take it out. Don't take this card out, guys. This is one of the best cards in the deck in my opinion. Don't take it out. Triple Gwen. You're triggering hollowed a lot, so it's really easy to level her. And also overwhelm Gwen wins games. So yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Triple Gwen. She's one of the win cons of the deck. She's how this deck's built around, pretty much. So it's really easy to level her. It's really easy to win if you give her overwhelm. And yeah. We have Scar Maiden Reaver. This is a 5 mana 4/6 overwhelm regen unit. That, I don't know, this is a pretty decent overwhelm unit that you slam down on 5 sometimes, and it does a lot of damage because you're running hollowed. Oftentimes you have like 3 hollowed at least by that time, maybe 4. So this is like an 8/6. It can be. Wild Claw is just a 6 mana vanilla overwhelm unit. More overwhelm, more face damage, pretty much. Sejuani, it gives Frostbite vulnerable. Like, you can win games by using Sejuani on a 1 HP unit and then dragging the 1 HP unit. And then like she's attacking for like what, by turn 6 you have like 4 hollow units, so she's attacking for 8 because there's one health blocker, so 9. She has 9 attack, 9 minus 8. Yeah. 9 minus 8, so yeah. Yeah. She's big, and when she levels up, she's a win con, so cool. This kind of slams, like, this is really good into slower lists, not so much aggro, because you just slam down like these 1 mana 2 mana 5/5s, and the opponent's like, huh? And you can slam this down with like a Wild Claw on turn 6. Like, it's kind of scary, honestly. So yeah, these can be like honestly game changers into slower decks. Atrocity, this is a win con because sometimes you just need the extra bit of face damage, and your units are very big. Like, especially when you right after you attack, they have the hollowed buff. they're really big. So yeah, Atro's a really good card as a finisher. Battle Fury, this is probably a better finisher. Like, this is why it's a 2 of, because sometimes you just Battle Fury an overwhelm unit and just say, well, if you can't deal with this, you lose. And I've done this a lot, and oftentimes they lose, especially against greedy lists now. Like, they can't deal with it. Like, as an example, Nasus Kindred, they run Crumble over Vengeance now. Like, you just open attack and you just Battle Fury something, and they actually have no answer. It's just kind of funny. Like, if they don't have Nasus down to block, they're just screwed. Anyways, Mulligan, you want Tough Speaker if you're attacking on odds. You always keep Host, pretty much always. You keep this most of the time. These two. But I don't keep Butler if they have like a lot of pings, like against Plunder. Strike out the band. Honestly, I like to keep it, especially on evens. When you attack on evens. So look at the attack token, guys. It's very important. Just look at the attack token. Gwen is always a keep into aggro, and she is always a keep if you have like a good curve. If you have a good curve and you're attacking on evens, you can also keep Sejuani, honestly. And Ancient Yeti is a keep against slow decks. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that is it. Unspeakable Horror can be a keep into aggro if you really want, but that's up to you. Anyways, that's all. See you all next time. Peace. Against Plunder, it's a deck that's coming back to the meta right now. But yeah, it's pretty lit. We're gonna mulligan Phantom Builder away because it's 1 HP They have like a lot of pings. I'm not interested. Ruthless Raider's a pretty good keep into this, and I actually want to keep Conductor as well. So, sorry, I gotta move this a bit closer. Yeah, this looks good. Honestly, kind of sucks. Wait, huh? Gonna play the Ruthless Raider here. Okay, we can go ahead and swing. Odds are he has a pretty big hand, which is nice for us. These Ancient Yetis are gonna be pretty good, honestly. Okay, we definitely pass here. Like, this is just an amazing pass to take. So you can Yeti. Swing, we can just Conductor. Conductor's not bad, honestly. Kind of like Conductor here. Discount the Yetis a bit more. Passing is actually pretty decent for us. I'm gonna pass. The reason I'm taking this pass, like every pass we discount 2 Yetis. Like it's pretty broken, honestly. Like we don't need this attack. And he is delaying the level up with both his champs by a significant margin. We can just play this here. It's nice to play this. So this is gonna be 2, this is gonna be 3. You can play both of these next turn if you want. Honestly. Well, they don't have to be like 0 to get full value out of them. So keep that in mind, guys. Ooh, this might be pretty decent as well. Just slamming this down. We can just swing. Okay, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna play host and we might just battle fury something. No, I don't think we play host here. I might just battle fury this. Like, how does he really deal with it? You know? It's just really hard for him to deal with. Like what if we just do this? Swing, like, huh? This is just extremely hard for him to deal with. He needs like 3 sisters. But you can just read like he's only on 1 3 sisters or he's not on 3 sisters at all just because he's running Yoto Grifter, which requires you to have bilge cards. So he's gonna play this, block this. That's fine. I don't care. We never played this because the odds it gets like parlayed or make it rained on is pretty high. I don't even want to play this like at all, to be honest. Unless he pings the next 30. But yeah, we play this pretty well. Like these Ancient Yetis. Okay, we can probably play this, but I'm good. Yeah, we can develop like huge here. Oh, we can just Atro. Can you even live? Oh, guess what, you don't Atro. That's fine. Honestly, what's he gonna do when I just slam this down? Slam this down, and attack. Like, nothing. Sejuani's not even close to leveled. Yeah, like, honestly, I don't know. This guy's just taking him out, but this is just he just either had a clunky hand or he just passed away too much. Should not pass this much, that's why. Okay, yeah. So you have F'd, and pretty short game. Let's go to game 2. We're up against Ken and Ezreal. Honestly, I think Ken and Ezreal wins. But yeah, we can try play it. It's like kind of sucks honestly for us. I will keep this and strike up the band. Do we keep this? Honestly, not bad for pressure. And I will keep an Ancient Yeti as well. Hmm. Hmm. So this deck doesn't have any like pings, so this is actually safe to develop over this. Even though both are fine, because this probably doesn't get blocked by Eye of the Dragon, but I will develop the Butler.
Wonderful. Allow me.
There's the cannon. You got, yeah. Also, I'd rather this die to the mark if he like does recall and like second cannon or something. Or rather this card die. But he will have a hard time stopping like my Shake Up the Band like next turn. So, that's fine. Now we could just develop a second Butler here. We're just building up a bunch of Hollow units. Here's the God Willow. So this is dead. That's fine. Not really a big deal. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna pass. There's a retreat, so he gets a second cannon. I'm not sure that's a good play. I honestly think... I don't like that play. It's kind of clunky to me. I'm gonna play... We're gonna play Shake Out the Band. And we're just gonna attack. Because I want to keep this up. Because if he like tries to like do a recall on the cannon, we can try play this. At least threaten it, yeah. Okay. So he has 0 mana. So we could actually just do this. Like now. Or we could just not. We could just swing like this and see what happens. So we give the hollow to this, so yeah. Okay, so he does end up tanking this, and then we can Unspeakable Horror the cannon. Or he gets any like mana. He should have marked. He should have marked to progress Ezreal level up. I don't think he's very experienced with the deck. Maybe he is. I don't know. We could have done that and then also developed Onlooker. Like that's why I was considering doing it at first, but I was like the odds we hit Onlooker are very low, but we hit it, so it's like misplay. Hmm. Honestly, we just developed this. It's gonna get marked. It's gonna get marked. It's gonna die. I am okay with that. That sucks. Honestly, I'm gonna pass. We're gonna develop this. This is a blocker. And this is dead anyway, right? So he should just triple mark this, honestly. Unless he wants to save for like my development. Or like double mark it. Yeah. So he's saving for my development, but I would have just gone for the Ezreal level. Personally. Okay. Let's develop you. We're gonna try remove cannon. Here's a homecoming. That sucks. We're gonna pass.
Remember the plan.
Okay. I'm just gonna develop this, but a joyous one. I'm gonna start leveling up Ezreal though, but okay. I'm gonna develop Wildclaw actually. Yep, so he's gonna go ahead and get another cannon. Or is he just gonna Ezreal? And I'm probably dead here. Yeah, that kind of would suck, but it is what it is. Homecoming is it's like brutal. Our hand wasn't even that great either, to be honest. So it just sucks. We could develop Gwen.
This is a chance for me to leave my mark.
It's something.
Extra hands never hurt.
We have to try kill him, so just develop out. I'm gonna swing at this.
I shall need my tools.
We do have a Three Sisters,
I'll take care of this.
so let's see if he can kill us. He probably can. Like he has Lightning Rush to go face. This is another spell, so that's 2 already. Oh. So if I Entomb, that's only 3 damage. Fury does the same thing. Wait, no, Entomb doesn't do anything. This isn't how we'll roll on them. Let's try kill him. Will it work? Probably not. Maybe live. Oh, we actually won. Ooh, close game. I think he did make a lot of misplays though. But we ended up getting there. Yeah, close game, honestly. Close game. Alright, Nasus Kindred. If you guys want to learn how to play this deck that the opponent's playing, I posted one like a couple days ago, so check that out. This sand sucks, so we're just gonna eat it. This is a lot better. We prefer to play Tough Speaker on the opponent's turn, right? So instead of playing this, which is just probably getting Foul Feasted, like we could play Tough Speaker or we could play this, because he's much less likely to Foul Feast this. So I like this play, because we want to save the Tough Speaker for next turn, right? Yep, so we can swing in. Yep. Because he would have to Foul Feast block to get rid of our trigger for Sedge. Undying. Okay, we do play Tough Speaker this turn. Yeah, we will. For those wondering, this matchup I think is in Nasus Kindred favor, but I mean, I think a lot of the Gwen side players are bad, so that's why the stats don't reflect like how good it is right now, or like in certain matchups. So Kindred's obviously like a thing here that could pose a problem. This swing is pretty much like I mean, it's good damage. We do have the troll chance to push the damage if he Vile Priest us. So I think I just take it. Like, this swing's just pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of expected. Like, if he wanted to, he could even horror this or this. Okay, I'm assuming he doesn't have Kindred because there's no way he just did that with Kindred in his hand, you know? We can pass. Okay, so he passes back. There's no way he has Kindred. I don't believe it if he does. It's crazy. Honestly, there's a lot of damage. I don't want to tank it. Truthfully, I want to block this and do this. But it's kind of awkward. Just the fact that this is Fury is awkward, to be honest.
A bit underdressed. May I see your invite?
I'm just gonna block this. Just prevent 4 damage. Trigger my hollow units. We're gonna play Tusk Speaker. See what he does. Battle Fury is like not amazing, but they usually don't run Vengeance actually, so it could just be Battle Fury out here. So we're gonna develop Raider here.
This land is ours.
We're gonna pass. The odds we just go for a Battle Fury play here are pretty high, honestly. Like, we keep this, because he can't glimpse any of these. Or, like, Hate Spike or something. Like, aren't we just, like, going in? They usually run Crumble and over Vengeance in Master Kindred now, so kind of greedy, honestly. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. See you all in the next video. Peace.